Hey everyone, welcome to Fearless Fridays, another installation of Fearless Fridays, where we are here to celebrate you flying as high as you can and being as fearless as you can, which is exciting, right? I know you've had a great week. So first I want to give you the quote of the week, which has been given to us by none other than the great Donald right behind me, who you'll meet very soon. But that quote is, if you are silent about your pain, then they'll kill... Let me start that over. That quote is, if you are silent about your pain, they'll kill you and say you enjoyed it. And that quote is from Zora Neale Hurston, as you can see they're being silly behind me. That quote is from none other than the great Zora Neale Hurston. As we are probably familiar with her work. If not, I would definitely say you should check it out. She writes a lot about being black and white spaces as well, which is very, very important for today's time, right? And so, of course, that can apply to all of our lives. But really quickly, before we get into that, I want to recap Mission Mondays. Your mission for this week was to assess your friend group and really see, do they strengthen you? Do you strengthen them? And do they really need to be here in your life? Then at Wings Over Wednesdays, we talked about challenge circles. And we talked about how you really have to have people in your circle who are challenging you at everything that you do. And so if they just, keep you complacent, if they say, yeah, everything you're doing is amazing, are they really there to help you build? Because we're human and everything we do is not 100% perfect. And so you need those people who are there to tell you those things and keep you building to be greater and greater and greater. And then, of course, today, for Fearless Fridays, we are talking about accountability. And so I brought none other than three of my favorite people in the world, who I call my brothers, who we call ourselves four brothers. And we're actually right now in Savannah, Georgia. So we're coming at you from a remote location in Savannah, Georgia. I guess that's not remote if I tell you where it is. And we're at a conference and we'll be presenting tomorrow on black male graduate students and looking at how we, are sort of stuck between being a black male and racial unrest on a college campus versus being professionals. That's what we're presenting about, right, John?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we're looking at the difference between those two things in one body, right? And so I'll let these guys introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Brandon Stroud. I'm a current doc student at the University of Rochester's Warner School of Education and Human Development. Hey. And you can follow me on social media at nappy_roots. It's nappy_RQQTZ.
That QQ and that Z tells us a lot.
All right. Well, hello everybody. My name is Donald Gilliam. I'm a second-year master's student at the University of Missouri in the Educational Leadership and Policy Analysis program. Originally from Chicago, Illinois, fun fact. And you all can follow me or friend me on Facebook at Donald D. Gilliam. There we go.
Finally, my name is Michael Williams. I am a current doc student at Northeastern University. You can follow me on Twitter at Commander-in-Chief. That's COMMANDR_in-chief.
Nice. So as you can see, just from their introductions, these guys are literally the epitome of black excellence. And they're my accountability partners for a lot of things that I go through in life. And as they all know, I'm sure they all have stories in their mind right now about moments where they've said, Michael, let's get it together, right? So, and I guess to go into that discussion of accountability, we've, decided to volunteer Mr. Williams here as tribute for a great example of accountability in a group, and especially about challenge circles, as we talked about on Wings Over Wednesdays. And by the way, that challenge circle blog I told y'all about was written by Donald, and then Michael and Brandon also wrote blogs on the same website. Make sure to check them out at www.mjseaberry.com. Go to the media link, and then Leaves Burn Slow is the blog link as well. You'll see all of their great work on there. But to give you a quick example about accountability in this group especially, since we're all really busy and we're all scholars and we're all, we have lives and families and friends and all these things, it's funny thinking about it. One day, in our text group, we had someone here who decided to say, hey guys, I'm interested in, applying for this job in, in an emergency room?
Yeah.
A job in an emergency room as a scribe. Just sort of a, part-time job, make a few extra dollars. And in actuality, it was only 8 hours a week, which does not seem like that much. However, the accountability kicked in from the three of us. As we're all like, we're just separating for a moment. So the three of us kicked in for a moment and said, whoa, you have a family, you have, your school that you're taking care of, you have a job, you're working until God knows what time at night. And like, is that feasible? And so we actually, tried to sit down with them for a moment and look at the schedule and see where can we fit in those hours, where can we fit in that time for him to do this, and realizing that it's not going to work, and helping him to realize that it's not going to work either. And in all actuality, he came to that realization on his own. We were just there to help to hold him accountable for it. And so I kind of want to open up the discussion, and not to keep y'all long at all, but just a quick discussion on what these guys see as accountability and how this group has helped them to remain accountable for a lot of their actions and jobs and schoolwork and all of these things as well.
Okay, so I guess that would be me. Accountability is important, but I think in order for somebody to claim that they have an accountability partner, they need to realize that iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
So you can't say, oh, you have an accountability partner, but y'all are not on the same level. That is very important. That way you might start on the same level and you all can push each other to increase those levels. Case in point, just landing here in Savannah today, this is like a workcation for us, but we're all still in school. We all, tired traveling just across the country and got here, but we said, okay, instead of taking a nap, we're all in the hotel. Let's just pull out our articles and whatever homework that we need, and we would do an hour and a half, more like an hour, to set aside, and we just all do our own individual schoolwork, even though we're away from our campuses and things like that. And I wouldn't have done that with another group of people saying like, okay, we're out of town, let's just relax. But like you said, we're all scholars, so that work doesn't stop. So to know that we're all on the same level and willing to be each other's iron, I think is important for us. It's important for me to be in the group.
Absolutely.
From my point of view, I think that because they did try to drag me through the situation and what happened, it was an opportunity for me to be real vulnerable with what they were saying and really take the feedback as them not holding me from what I wanted to do, but just advise me on the right direction to go and not waste the energy of doing that and being in a stressful situation down on the opposite end. So I was able to be vulnerable with them and say, hey guys, this is something that I really want to do. Does this sound right? And that feedback was tough at first, but I had an opportunity to realize on my own that I couldn't honestly do it, and I would be taking away from one of the other things that I'm trying to master currently.
Yeah.
And from my perspective, those both add up to speak around honesty. Without honesty and without compassion, I don't think any of us would probably be taking these things as, generous as they come, because they come generously every day. And so, but we're honest with each other, and we have that commitment to one another to remain honest with each other and support each other through anything, and let the others know, like, your brother is tripping, so you should go talk to him on the side or something of that nature. So that's me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's great to point out the honesty that you mentioned, the vulnerability you mentioned as well, because being in a space like this, especially with other males, and other black males especially, this doesn't happen often. In our community, in our society, we don't have a lot of groups where black men are that vulnerable with each other or that honest with each other in order to say, like, look, you need to work on this. And it's all constructive. Everything we do in this group is constructive. I personally don't feel that anyone has ever been attacked, and I'm sure y'all can agree, no one's ever been attacked in the group, or no one's ever... Jokingly, we attack a lot. We do attack a lot. But like in when it becomes personal and when real personal things come up in the group, then we're very, very supportive of each other, and we're able to be vulnerable and to be honest with each other, because we know that everyone else is going through similar things and everyone else understands the journey that we're in. Whether it's a work journey, a personal life journey, an academic journey, we're all pretty much on the same path to getting to where we want to be. And so having this support system, having these accountability partners really pushes me, and I think pushes all of us to become that much better on a daily basis. Anybody else want to jump in?
Stay woke.
So remember, guys, you can always follow us on YouTube at Fearless Flying with an exclamation point at the end. And as I say every week, always remember to fly high and fly fearlessly. Have a great week. That awkward pause at the end when you don't know when to